This is Faculty Focus from Fairleigh Dickinson University. This episode features Professor Howard Libov. He teaches film, screenwriting, and directing, but is also an accomplished filmmaker. His latest feature is entitled Favorite Son. Professor Libov has developed a feature film program at FDU.
Well, this is why I say I'm sometimes the bad guy. I think people feel that if I learn the technology, the software, the Final Cut, the Avid, the lighting, the camera, I'll be a filmmaker. Well, you won't. You'll be someone who knows how to use the software. I know how basically to poke my way around Photoshop, but I am not a layout person. I'm not a photographer. I don't even like to use it, to be honest with you. I'd rather people who know what they're doing use it. I think that what you need to do first and foremost is learn and be burning to tell stories. It's important to realize that if you want to be a filmmaker, that all of the great films probably that you've seen up until 1990 were not made with Final Cut or Avid. And many of them, if you know anything about classic movies, were made on these old upright, they were cut on old uprights. I mean, if the technology made the movie, every movie that's made today would be better than the movie that came before it. And we know that's not true. You know, people were great writers before there were computers. It has nothing to do with the finished product. There is a glut. The equipment makes it easy. John Pearson, who's a pretty well-known sales agent, worked with Spike Lee and Kevin Smith, was one of the first to say, you know, all the new technology is doing is making it easier for bad movies to be made. But that's true in every area. It's true in music, etc. And I think it's still evolving how we're supposed to pick and choose from what's good. And the distributors don't know. There have been many film festivals recently, well-known film festivals, where I've heard two things from people who are involved in planning the festivals. One is that they'll have a festival and not one film is picked up for distribution. The second is that they'll open a film at a market or a festival and nothing happens. There's not a single online viewer, no sales, you know, these day and date releases where they do everything at once, theater, video, you know, DVD, cable DVD, and nothing happens. So I think we're in a phase where people are not sure what the future is because of the glut and because of distribution issues. Oh, well, Favorite Son is, I always say, about the most unlikely hero. And that's my short description. It's a hero, it's a classic hero's tale, which is what we wanted to tell, but it's clothed as what you think is a story of destruction. So you think you're watching a guy just declining. And, you know, he's someone we want to like. He's someone who's a failure in other people's eyes, but he was destined to be a success. And he's sort of fascinating, that's the idea, to watch the decline. But the message was that families come in lots of ways, and they don't just come and get married, have kids, etc. I mean, the boy that he builds this friendship with, which in the end is a very appropriate friendship, it's just unusual, is the son of a girl that he used to know. He tries to, you know, woo her. It goes very bad. She's a single mom. You know, her husband left her. All of these families are fractured. And in the end, what he forms, what we hope he begins to form, is this very imperfect family of sorts that will endure. And as you know, you don't have to look very far in society to see lots of imperfect families. And that's, you know, as much as we might want to idealize it, that's a reality in our society.